Hey guys, Colleen here, DIYer behind LemonThistle.com, and today I'm excited to share this video with you guys all about painting stucco. So I'm sharing some tips, some strategies that we used to make over my dad's detached garage. They are residing their entire house and wanted to have this tired looking garage that had some graffiti on it in the back alley to match the aesthetic of their new siding. So for this video, we have partnered with Wagner Spray Tech. We used their FLEXiO 5000 paint sprayer for this video, and honestly, this is the best experience that we've ever had with a paint sprayer. Like, it was so good. Before we get into it, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would so love if you did that below so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. All right, so this is what the garage looked like before. It was an older stucco garage. This house is an older house in an older neighborhood, so they have this back alley that lots of people walk down and drive down, and the back of the garage had gotten graffiti, and the front of the garage, my dad had started painting it by hand, actually, with a blue color, and he used an entire can of paint on that small area, and it took him as long as it took for us to paint the entire garage. So before you do anything painting stucco, let's talk about it. So before you get to painting, before you even touch your paint sprayer, you're gonna need to prep your surface. The first thing that we did is we used a pressure washer to wash down this garage. If you don't have a pressure washer, that's no problem. You can use like a deck brush on a broomstick with just a normal hose. The whole idea is to get any dirt or grime or anything else off of the stucco itself so that the paint can adhere to the rock instead of to the dirt. This will increase the adhesion of your paint and help your paint job last longer. Other than power washing, we also scraped the old wooden windows. The casings had started to peel and chip, so we used a scraper for that. You could also use a wire brush if you prefer. After you clean your surface super duper well, then you can go ahead and you can mask. So we just chose to mask the soffits and the doors because we were going to paint the gables and the fascia and the door trim and the concrete at the bottom of the stucco. We didn't bother masking those. We tried to kind of be careful with the paint sprayer, but if we were not going to be painting the trim or the gables or the fascia, then we probably would have masked those as well. We also masked off the one newer fence around the back of the garage. The other fence is quite old and needs to be replaced anyway, so again, we just didn't worry about masking that. Okay, so this is my first time using the FLEXiO 5000 paint sprayer from Wagner Spray Tech. They sponsored this video and I requested this one because this girl has, you know, neck and back issues, and holding a paint sprayer above my head on a large project like this, I knew was going to be an issue if it was too heavy. So I was excited to try out this one that had the motor separate, and then you just hold the gun that has the paint. So I mean, when that bucket is full of paint, it is a little bit heavy holding it over your head, but it took me until day 3 to have any issues with my arms and shoulders getting tired, which is a big difference compared to other paint sprayers that I've used in the past where my arms get tired day 1. It also makes cleaning really easy. I didn't feel like I had to panic about getting paint in any of the working, moving parts of this thing. When I detached the spray gun from the hose, I could take it to the sink and not worry about any electric components. So that is something that I really liked about it. Okay, so once you're masked, then it is time to get painting. I want to talk a little bit about the settings that we used that I would highly suggest. So there's a couple different types of settings on your paint sprayer. Let's go over what those mean. And most paint sprayers would have the same adjustments. They would just be in different places on your paint sprayer. So the one is the amount of air pressure or airflow, and that is how much air is going through the gun. The higher the air pressure, so the higher the number in this case, the finer your paint droplets will be, which is great for a thicker paint like an outdoor latex paint like this. We went with the highest max air pressure. If you are going to use a stain or something, you might want to go with a lower air pressure. The other dial that you're going to be playing with is the amount of paint that you're letting through, and on this paint sprayer, it's that red dial in the very middle. We kept ours around an 8 or a 9. We did a 9 for the stucco, and I went down to an 8 when I was doing the doors. This adjustment just controls how much paint gets picked up and put into that airflow. The other 2 adjustments that I do want to point out are on the nozzle. You can do a wide spray pattern or a narrow spray pattern. We used the wide spray pattern for 90% of this project because it is a really large project. The other one is the directionality of your spray pattern. So you can spray horizontal or vertical, and just by twisting the nozzle, you can change the direction of that. This was my dad's first time using a paint sprayer, so it was kind of fun that I got to teach him something for once. And you can definitely tell where we traded back and forth. We both had a little bit of different techniques, and so the second coat evened everything out and gave a really perfect coverage. So here you can see this is the first coat. The first coat covered right over the graffiti. It covered right over the dark blue paint. When we stepped back after doing one coat, it wasn't obvious where the dark blue paint was and where the garage was white underneath this green coat of paint. There were definitely a few spots that we hadn't done a fantastic job. So here are some tips so that you can do a fantastic job and maybe even get away with one coat, which we did not. So stucco is super duper textured, right? So depending which direction you spray from, you may only get one side of that textured rock. This is more true for a more coarse texture like the stucco that you see in our video here. So what we recommend and what we found is that if you spray straight on and move your whole body instead of just your arm, then you're gonna cover all the sides of that stucco much more evenly than if you just move your arm in front of you to spray. Because when you're spraying on an angle like that, you're not going to get the far side of that stucco, those little stucco pieces. So when you walk to the other side, you will see that white shadow if your stucco is white underneath. Another tip that I did want to say is to go so slow. I know that it is so exciting to get it up and get it covered, and this is like the one and only DIY thing that I'm really slow and methodical on, and my dad is just like me. He just likes to get it done. And so it was kind of funny. I had to keep reminding him, slow down, because when you go a little bit faster, then your coverage isn't going to be quite as full as if you move nice and slow and methodically. All right, so those are my tips. I am just so happy with how this garage makeover turned out. I didn't think that this was necessarily going to be a beautiful project, but now that it is done and I see how much of a impact just painting this garage made, I'm just so happy with it. And I know my dad and his neighbors and me and my kids were all just so excited to see their full house done in these colors now, because I mean, it looks amazing even on a garage. So big thank you to Wagner Spray Tech for sponsoring this post and sending the FLEXiO 5000. I really enjoyed working with this paint sprayer. This is my favorite paint sprayer that I've ever used. My dad and I spent a lot of our time while we were working on this garage talking about how great we thought it was. All right, if you have any questions, I am not an expert on painting stucco, but I did ask a lot of questions and do some research online, so hopefully I'll be able to answer those for you if you ask them below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. And as always, if you want to be notified about new videos, make sure to hit that bell. We'll see you guys next time. We painted my dad's garage. This is a detached garage, apparently in the part of town that has the most birds. They're so loud. Don't poop on me.